just want to share with you some stories that I shared with my family, but they're an inspiration to me. And as the many fathers in this room, I'd like it to be an inspiration to you. I remember there was a time that he had to meet a senator. I was 18 years old. And he, of course, had no interest in self-indulgence. He never cared to indulge for himself. But in this particular time, for the purposes of presenting himself as a successful businessman, he was picking up a senator, and he was eager to get a new car. And he got this new car before one of the first that it came out. It was right before Pesach, and the family went to, actually it was to a hotel in Lakewood. It was called the Regency, I don't remember. I was 18 years old, and like every 18-year-old that just starts driving, I wanted to drive. So I asked him if I could go out, whatever excuse I gave him, and he said, okay, take the new car, no problem, didn't even think of it. And as I was coming back, wherever I was going, I was turning back into the hotel driveway. I was making a turn, and of course, I get into a major accident. This brand new car that my father was hoping to have for this senator smacked. Big accident, right in front of the hotel. And of course, the noise caused the whole commotion, and everybody came out. A police car soon came, and there were the blue and red lights. And there I was with a brand new Cadillac, 18 years old, Erev Pesach, sitting in front of the entire hotel that's going to see me. And my father comes out, and the police were there. And they say that you have to come down now to fill out a report. My father looks at me, and he looks at the police officer, and the police officer says, "Who are you?" He says, I'm his father. Again, he tells me you have to come down to fill out a report in the station. We're going to have to move out of here. So my father looks at me, and he goes into the passenger seat, and he said, "Drive." Right in front of the whole crowd. Instead of causing any embarrassment. And he saved me. I will never forget, so much so that when any of my children get into an accident, honestly, an accident is an accident, and a father to a son. I remember when I was in 4th grade and we just started learning Mishnayos. And they had this Mishnayos breakfast where the father came with the children, with the sons, and they were presented with the Mishnayos. And every child was called up, and they got the Mishnayos, and the son went down and sat in his chair. And I was, of course, W. I was way at the end. And Moshe Wolfson was called up. And as I was walking up on the stage, my father jumps up and screams, "Hooray for Moshe Wolfson!" And It was a very embarrassing moment. But that moment, I will always remember, because no other father expressed his feeling, and he expressed his feelings for me. It was just 6 or 7 weeks ago that my parents stayed at our house for Shabbos, and they had to leave Saturday night. And my father was in the dining room waiting for Mother, and as every Motzei Shabbos I started this custom to say the Yitain L'cha. So he said to me, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Daddy, I'm saying the Yitain L'cha. You want to say it with me while you're waiting?" And he said, "Sure, give me a sitter." And there I was, and here I am, standing with a bracha from one of the princes of our generation that gave me the bracha of the Yitain L'cha, same bracha that Yitzchak gave God. One day I came to shul, and I saw on my stender, I think it was 3-4 years ago, there was a note, and it was in Daddy's handwriting, and he doesn't write a lot, and it could very well be the last note that he wrote, and it says Moshe in Hebrew letters. I had the zchus to daven in your seat. Good Shabbos. Love Daddy. And I look at that every time I'm in shul. When I came home today, on the plane, when I woke up, after 2 Airbnbs, I looked at the screen and I noticed the map as you're flying over the world. And it shows you Europe, and it shows you America. And it just hit me how relevant this map was to the Nifter. My father always believed that self-pride would just slow you down. If you ever think you're great, you can be greater. And if you don't think you're accomplishing in life and you feel guilty, then what are you waiting for? And as I looked at this map, I realized that this map belongs to the prince of our generation, who's never taken pride for any of the places of Torah that he has planted throughout the world. And throughout the United States alone, factually, over 180 places of Torah. And who's to count what's going on in Eretz Yisrael and in Europe? I hope my brother Aaron will expound more on that. So, Daddy, we have Mother, who's been an exceptional wife, exceptional wife. I ask on her behalf, and I ask on behalf of our mishpacha. Daddy, as the Malach will take you up to Shamayim, please, this one time, this one time, look down on the map with us in pride. This one time, enjoy the moment of pride with your family as the Malachim look over their shoulder and see the work that you've done that will last for generations to come. I am so certain that you will be a Meilus Yosher to our Mishpacha. And as you've lived your life for Klal Yisrael, I know you will be a Meilus Yosher for all of Klal Yisrael. Adil, be as well said.